In a drama-filled race dominated by this guy on my shirt, it's an even-year prophecy that must remain fulfilled. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today, we are talking NASCAR Las Vegas, first race of the round of 8, post-race recap. Very, very interesting race here at Vegas today. Oh my god, we'll get to what I think about the ending here shortly, but like, man, I don't know how this guy keeps on doing it. That's all I'm going to say is I don't know how this guy keeps on doing it. But anyway, let's talk Las Vegas. Let's get into the race. Today kicked off the round of 8. We headed to the West Coast for it. It was Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, William Byron, Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, and Chase Elliott. Those were the round of 8. 7 out of 8 of those drivers were deservingly in the round of 8 in my opinion. But let's continue here. So, started off strong here in Vegas. Christopher Bell, he dominated a lot of stage 1. It was the 20 teams race virtually all the way. And, yeah, there was a big caution in stage 1 for Austin Dillon. Don't really know what happened. Something happened between him and Daniel Hemrick. Daniel Hemrick was looking to the inside. Austin Dillon blocked the inside. I think Daniel Hemrick accidentally got into the back of him, which absolutely shot Austin Dillon up into the wall. Big hit for the 3-car. Glad he's able to walk away okay from that, because it looked like a big hit. And it wasn't the first big hit of the day, I'll say that much. That ended off stage 1, though. So on the Austin Dillon caution, some guys were able to come down and take 2 tires on that pit stop. Some of them took 4. Tyler Reddick did end up with the stage win. He was the one with 4 fresh tires who was able to make his way through the field the fastest. He made it up there for Christopher Bell. Tyler Reddick wins the stage. And then on the stage 1 caution, which shapes up probably, in my opinion, the turning point of the race, was Denny Hamlin actually stayed out. And there were like 4 or 5 guys on 2 tires, a bunch of guys on 4 tires again. So, that led to a massive wreck. So Chase Elliott, Martin Truex Jr. racing for position. Tyler Reddick tries to thread the needle on the outside. Elliott and Reddick collide. They get the 2 of Austin Cindric along with it. Reddick is going through the grass along with Chase Elliott. Reddick's car actually catches a blip of air and does a barrel roll on the front stretch. That's right, we've seen a flip at Las Vegas of all tracks. A flip, I'm telling you. A flip at Las Vegas. Brad Keselowski also got caught up in the wreck a little bit as well. Ryan Blaney, he got caught up in he got hit by Cindric spinning. This wreck, I believe, took out... Well, Reddick was out of the race. Elliott beat the DVP, but he was virtually out of it from there. Blaney was in the same position as Elliott. I know Cindric was out. Reddick was obviously out. That was a big wreck that took off a lot of key contenders, and I mean, that instantly shook off the playoff bubble. And I mean, guys like Denny Hamlin just barely avoided this wreck, and Alex Bowman, William Byron just narrowly avoided. So good for them. I mean, they needed to avoid that wreck. They're gonna need something to go their way, because like, whew, man, this is gonna be a wild old round. If today was any showing, today is gonna be a wild old round. And, yeah, Reddick was obviously sent packing. Glad he was okay in his post-race review. But, man, looking back at that wild flip, man, good God. Goes to show how safe the cars are these days. And, I mean, once they worked out the concussions and all that stuff out of these cars have been pretty darn safe. We've seen crazy head-on collisions and barrel rolls and all this stuff. And everybody's been able to make it out okay. So, it's something you love to see. And then that shook up strategy again. Some guys were staying out for the end of the stage. Denny Hamlin didn't pit under this Reddick caution because he was just trying to save a set of tires and get the momentum back when he could. This set the 11 car back. The 11 car already had a pit issue on the green flag pit stops before the Austin Dillon caution in stage 1. That really set him back, and he was able to pit midway through stage 2 again, finally put some fresh tires on that thing. Christopher Bell drove back to the lead. Christopher Bell was the dominant car by a country mile today. I think Reddick would have had something for him if he, well, obviously didn't flip, but yeah. And man, that's about much all as I can say, as I think Reddick would have had something for him. And probably, yeah, he would have... I think he definitely would have gave Bell a good run for his money if he didn't flip. But Kyle Larson actually had an issue during green flag pit stops in Stage 2. They went to jack up the right side of the car. But they didn't get the lug nut tight. And then they didn't get the lug nut tight on the left side. So they came back around, get the lug nut tight on the right rear. And then they had to come back down pit road the lap, they came back out to the track and then came right back in to tighten up that left rear. So that set Larson's back. That set Larson back, and he had to virtually rebound from there the whole race. He had a hole in his grill as well that he had to repair. So not a good day for Kyle Larson. And the hole in his grill actually did come from the Reddick crash, if I'm not mistaken. And then at the Stage 2 caution, Denny Hamlin had another pit road issue. So if running high 20s wasn't bad enough, the 11 car, it was just not a good day for that 11 car. They didn't have much speed. The strategy was just not on with everybody else, and they were fighting from the back the whole day. And then Stage 3 started. And, well, yeah, Larson was able to get back on the lead lap with a pass there, and then Ty Gibbs went out for a caution. Well, he spun out, which brought out the caution. So then Larson got back on the lead lap, and then everybody pitted from there. And then it was green flag going for the rest of the race. And then Bell got back to the lead. It was him and William Byron, really. It actually was shaping up to be quite an interesting battle. And then strategy came into play. Byron, Bell, Bowman, all the top three, they came into pit. Bell comes out first, but there's about 10 guys who haven't pitted yet who are stretching out to the end. Because Daniel Suarez actually had the lead when this pit strategy cycled out. It was Suarez, then it was Logano, and then it was Hamlin, and then it was Nemechek. I want to say, who else was up in that mix? I can't even remember all of them. I know those four were for sure, but man, Bell was like 26 seconds behind when he came out of pit road. By the end of the race, he was less than a second behind. I think if there was one more lap, or if Bell made his pit stop a lap earlier, I think you see Christopher Bell pull into victory lane today. I really do. But today was just not the 20s day, and people are forgetting the 20 car had a slow pit stop. The 20 car had a slow pit stop on his final stop. It was a little bit slower, I believe, on the left-hand side, which could have saved the 20 probably a second or two, which really would have paid dividends at the end of this race. But coming towards the end, it was a banging end of this race. So Suarez has got the lead. Bell is hunting down. They've got a side-by-side camera showing where Bell is on the track compared to Suarez, and Bell is just getting closer and closer and closer and closer. And then Ryan Blaney's able to catch up to the rear of Joey Logano. Logano sitting about 2 seconds behind Suarez. When 10 laps to go hits, Logano hits the gas. He picks up the throttle. He's got Blaney pushing him to help give him some extra momentum. Gets past Suarez in about a lap or so's time. And with Joey Logano only leading 5 laps of the race, shouldn't even be in the final 8. But then again, Alex Bowman, Blake Harris, you shouldn't be putting that. Yeah, the car should not be that far underweight. But Joey Logano gets the win at Las Vegas. Even year Logano is such a prophecy, we just can't avoid it. We can't avoid it, man. The prophecy must be fulfilled. Every even year, Joey Logano has to make the championship 4. I will say, though, I don't think he'll win the championship this year. Maybe if he's the only Team Penske car, then maybe. But in election years, not to make this political, but in election years, Logano never seems to win. 2016, he didn't win. 2020, he didn't win. So maybe it isn't his year. Maybe it's his year to just be there and not win it. But maybe he'll wreck someone again like he did to Carl Edwards in 2016. But man, oh man, oh man. How does this guy do it? How does this guy do it? I would love to know the answer to this question. But oh my God, Joey Logano does it again. He wins at Las Vegas. So brutal for the man on my shirt, Christopher Bell. He deserved to win today. Over 150 laps out of 267 led. Bell deserved to win today. Bell deserved to win today. It was unfortunate for Christopher Bell. And, yeah, really, really unfortunate for the Toyotas because, I mean, Denny should have made a lot better. Should have had a lot better gap to the playoff bubble, but with Logano winning, that just blew the whole thing up. And, yeah, Reddick obviously flipped. I feel like, honestly, I really feel like anyone below the cut line is virtually in a must-win situation. Because you look at the guys below the above the bubble. So, Bell is like plus 30. Kyle Larson is plus 28 or 29 or something like that. Byron's virtually the same. Good luck making up points on all those guys unless they wreck. The only guy you can probably see making up those amount of points on is Larson, because Larson could very easily slam the wall at Homestead, break a toe link, and then he's down pit road for like 5 laps trying to repair it. Or runs into the tire barriers again like he did last year. It's Kyle Larson, man. He defines checkers or wreckers. That's the only way I see any of these guys getting in the Final Four. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. I mean, Blaney could go win Martinsville. We've seen it last year. I feel like Denny Hamlin could win either Homestead or Martinsville. Tyler Reddick could win Homestead. Bell could win Homestead. He won it last year. You never know. But we should probably look at the playoff standings instead of me just yapping about it now. Like, seriously, though, you guys can't tell me it is not a must-win for Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick, Ryan Blaney, and Chase Elliott. I honestly... I mean, Elliott could go win Martinsville. Elliott could. Martinsville, this might... I know 2022's cutoff race was unreal because of the Hail Melon, and everything that led up to the Hail Melon, but this year's Martinsville's race could genuinely be the most exciting cutoff race we have seen in the next-gen era. Because I feel like all of these guys below the cutoff line will be running in the top 5. Apart from maybe Reddick. Reddick is not good at Martinsville. But, imagine this situation happens. Like, probably, let's say, Reddick wins Phoenix. Byron is pushed down below the cut line. He is now 7 points below Larson, roughly, give or take. And then Bell is like plus 8 to the cut line, something like that, so, or plus 16 rather. So then, you have Denny Hamlin, who could win at any moment, Ryan Blaney, who could win Martinsville, Chase Elliott, who could win Martinsville. It's crazy to think about. I mean, we still got Homestead to go through, so we'll see how things shape up over Homestead, but with Logano winning, man, I just really feel like this could be as close as we get to a 2014 style of ending to these playoffs. I mean, I know they've really shot themselves in the foot with making the next-gen car so bad at short tracks, especially with Martinsville coming up and... Excuse me. Yeah, and Phoenix being the finale. I don't like Phoenix being the finale. God, I hope it changes for 2026. I really do. But, or at least give us one Phoenix date. At least give us one Phoenix date. Sack off the spring race if you really want to make it the championship so bad. Just give us one Phoenix date. But yeah, man, it's gonna be an interesting end of these playoffs. I will say that. But that's how your playoffs currently stand heading into Homestead, Miami next week. Let's talk your finishing results, your top 10, and so much more. Well, taking a look at your finishing results here from Las Vegas. Joey Logano gets the win, obviously. Christopher Bell pulls it off in second. Close but not close enough. Daniel Suarez, great result for him, picking up a third. William Byron finishes fourth. Not too bad for him. Alex Bowman finishes fifth, followed by Martin Truex Jr., Ross Chastain, Denny Hamlin, John Nemechek, and Chris Buescher rounding out your top 10. Man, all those guys on fresh tires were really piling in towards the end of the race. How did Chastain get up there? My man had a speeding penalty along with Ty Gibbs. Kyle Larson ended up 11th. Good for him. Bubba Wallace, Kyle Busch, Corey LaJoie 14th. Wow, where did he come from? Harrison Burton, Zane Smith, Justin Haley. He was up running in the top 10, top 5 of points, so good for him. Daniel Hemrick, Michael McDowell, Cody Ware, Ryan Preece, Carson Hocevar, Josh Berry, Eric Jones, Chase Briscoe, Ricky Stenhouse, Jimmy Johnson, Shane Van Gisbergen, Ty Gibbs, Todd Gilliland, Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, Austin Cindric, Tyler Reddick, Brad Keselowski, and Austin Dillon, who were all out of the race. Man, what? Such an interesting day at Vegas. Such an interesting day. I'm really excited to see where this takes us into Homestead and all that, but yeah, we should put this on the Skyler scale, shouldn't we? Man, putting Las Vegas on the Skyler scale, it wasn't an exciting race to start off with. I was thinking, like, before the Austin Dillon crash, I was like, yeah, this could be like a 60 or a 65 on the Skyler scale. It's been alright, but everyone's spreading out very easily. Not entirely great racing, but overall, this ended up being a great race. I mean, I think I'm going to give it a 75, because, I mean, the racing wasn't as natural as you would want it to be, and I mean, it was a great ending. Actually, no, I lie to myself. I'll give it an 8. This was a very good and very positive race. Still some things NASCAR can work on here, but overall, this was a great mile-and-a-half race. I really enjoyed it, and yeah, these mile-and-a-halves, man, they bring out the best in these next-gen cars. They really do. And the next-gen cars definitely got their flaws, but overall, I thought this was a decent race. I mean, dirty air was definitely prevalent, especially with these round of 8 drivers. Most of them can get up to the other car's rear bumper. Most of them can get there, they can work, but it's just so hard to pass with the dirty air unless you have like 40-lap fresher tires. And I mean, it's not easy to make passes, man. You gotta have all the momentum in the world. These cars are so momentum-based. So, overall, that plays into the race today. Great finish, great action, drama wherever you looked. And I'm excited for Homestead next week, man. This is going to be a fun end to these NASCAR playoffs. Well, guys, let me know what you thought of Las Vegas in the comments down below. Logano's got a golden horseshoe up his ass. That's probably going to be the title and thumbnail of this video. And yeah, man, this guy is so beyond lucky. Tyler Reddick is still upside down. He's not still upside down, but I can definitely put that flip in the thumbnail, and maybe Bell disappointed I can put in the thumbnail. So we'll see how I play around with it. Let's see how it all comes out. But hope you guys enjoy your Sunday evening. I will see you next week at Homestead. It may be out a little later. It might not. We'll see how it all pans out. But excuse me, guys. I will see you next weekend at Homestead, Miami. Well, not at Homestead, Miami. From your phone, your iPad, computer, laptop, desktop, wherever you may be, I'll see you on your screens after the Homestead Miami race. It may be a delayed post-race review, but we will have it up as soon as I possibly can. Take care, guys, and peace!